And I tell people all the time, thrifting is like the lottery. If you don't play, then you can't win.
Hey, it's me.
Hello everyone, the Shady Thrifter here. Coming to you straight from the Broke Girls Fashion University, where the tuition is always free, but the requirement is that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm so happy to be here today, everyone. I miss you guys so much, and if you've noticed, I've been putting out a lot of videos, and I feel like I just been dropping them because I'm trying to really increase my YouTube algorithm and to get this knowledge out to you guys so that you can go out and thrift like a pro and have a lot of fun while doing it. Today's video, as you probably already figured out from the thumbnail, from my outfit, I am pretty much Coco Chanel out. And the reason why I'm wearing this outfit is because I wanted to come to you guys today and show you 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 of my Chanel vintage bags in the thrift store. I mean, the regular thrift store, not eBay, not Craigslist, not, Fashion File. Not that anything is wrong with any of those places. However, I just want you to know that there are treasures when you go into a regular thrift store. And that sometimes if you go and hunt on your own, put the work in, it's just like anything else in this world. You put the work in and the reward sometimes does come back to you. And in my case, I have been thrifting for at least, my oldest daughter is 31, and I have been thrifting before she was born. My paternal grandmother taught me how to thrift many years ago. She would go get just about everything from the thrift store, and I would go with her sometimes, and she was really good at it. Her house just looked like something out of a magazine, and I just was always very inspired by her style. She wasn't into like fashion in terms of clothes, but she was very much so into having her home look very elegant and well intact. And she did an awesome job shopping at the thrift store for things that I have never ever seen before. My grandmother did not have a lot of money. However, she had a lot of enthusiasm, and she was very, very artistic, and the way she put her place together was simply immaculate and just impeccable and beautiful. So I'm not gonna keep rumbling on, because I know you guys are excited to get to the actual reason why we're all here, but let's just get into it. As you know, I thrift a lot. I mean, you will soon see and figure out that I thrift a lot. And for me, it is therapeutic. But there comes times when you go in the thrift store, and when you start thrifting quite a bit, you will realize that there are days where you are just in the thrift store and you are just like, oh my God, they don't have much. What is this? I can't do this. This is just a mess. And you may have a couple things in your cart, and then you realize like, yeah, this is just not the day. And then there are days where you go in the thrift store and you find that one item, and it's just like you ready to go home. You just ready to run off and go home. That is what I call thrift. It's like the thrift gods come down and they just sprinkle you with something so special that you are done for the day. You're just like, oh my God, I am so grateful. And I have experienced this more than 5 times, but this is one of the times where I saw the thrift god. And I will say this first. Let me just do a disclaimer. hold up. Because one thing about Mama Chanel, Auntie Chanel, she will come down or come up from wherever she is and shut your ass down. She will shut you down. Her copyright, and she does not play about her name. It's basically like, keep my name out your mouth, you know. Mama Chanel is not the one. I have not had these bags authenticated. I do not intend on having them authenticated. It does not matter to me if these bags are real or fake. I really don't know. I only know one that I have here that I can 100% say that it is a real vintage Chanel bag, but I really can't speak on these bags, and I'm not promoting any type of knockoffs or anything, because as you all know, I'm here because I thrifted these bags, genuinely thrifted them, and they're gems to me, and I have no intention on selling them. I have no intention on having them authenticated. For me, they work well. I love them. They are part of my Chanel collection that I own, and they will be staying. So there's no harm, no foul. And yeah, I just wanted to put that out there before we really move on with this video, because I don't want any of the, you know, Chanel Nazis to come in and try to like come for me. So this first bag is a thrifted half moon, sort of like bucket style bag with a long strap. It's suede and it's leather. It's leather strap. And I will tell you, when I got this bag, the strap was torn. It was coming apart, so I did sew it here, but I still love it either way. And yeah, this is the first bag, and it is absolutely beautiful. And I will put close-up pictures of the bag inside. I haven't done much research on the bag other than, you know, I might have Googled a picture, and I did see, but it's quilted, and I think it's still in great vintage used condition. And I got this from a Goodwill, and I think it was definitely about $27, because and usually Goodwill, all the bags are one particular price, but for some reason somebody kind of understood that this could have been something worth more than a standard $6 or $7. So I know it was about $27, and I talked them down because of the strap, even though I was still going to get it, whether they marked it down or not. And I think they gave it to me, I want to say, for $19. So that is the first bag. The second bag is actually a recent find. I just happened to go into a Savers thrift store, and it is this quilted rectangle. It looks almost like a wallet on a chain, but the chain does not come off. And it's a chocolate brown, and I just simply fell in love with it because of its color. And I do own quite a few Chanel bags, and I don't have any brown bags. So I was super happy when I saw this in the thrift store, and it was $9.99. And even if it's not real, I just thought that the style of it was super cute, and it looks authentic to me enough for me to carry it. So yeah, I'm not gonna be bothered with, you know, what's real or fake, because for me, it'll stay in my collection. And I also have 3 daughters who would take these bags and love them just as I have. And yeah, and I just love the petite chain that it has. It's so cute, and it is real leather, and I just love the quilted style on the bag. Bag number 3 is this very vintage Chanel Ivory cream leather single flap bag. And when you open it up, it has double space. It also has a tassel on the side, which I love, and it has quilted. It's like quilted in the leather. And like I said, I know this is very vintage. I love this bag, although I don't carry it as often as I would like to, simply because I have so many other designer bags to reach for. But this is still a keeper, And I just love this little single strap with this cushion. And whoever had this bag took really good care of it. And I simply love it. I believe was $19, and I found this at a unique thrift store in Maryland, and it was $19. They had this behind the counter, like up high behind the counter where people had to ask to see it. But yeah, it was $19. And I believe sometimes it's hit or miss with thrift stores. Sometimes they'll mark up a fake bag for $200-300 simply because it has the logo. And sometimes they will have an authentic bag for $6, and it's just hit or miss. It just depends on who is back there and what type of mood they're in. And if they really don't care, they'll just put whatever, they want on the bag. Number 4 bag is this Chanel Boston bag. And a lot of you guys will remember this bag from the 90s. This bag is super, super, super cute. This was also a bag that was purchased by my daughter from a thrift store. And I believe she paid, I think, $30 or $40 for it. And at the time, it didn't have a price on it. And she walked it up to like one of the guys who worked at the thrift store. And he was like, oh, just give me, $30, $40 for it. That's fine. And I really don't think he cared too much or even knew. But what I have realized is that we have found flaws in this bag. If you carry this bag, these will open up. Some of them are broken. I don't know if you can see, but some of these are, I'll try to get a close up. You can see that's open. And if the bag becomes too heavy, it'll open up and the chains will break apart. And so with this bag, I tend to, I'm going to figure out how this can be repaired because I love this. This will be a beautiful everyday bag. And I do know that this is considered the Chanel Boston bag. It is real leather. As I told you before, I don't know if it's authentic. I honestly do not care. So, I mean, when I get stuff from a thrift store and it looks this beautiful, I really don't care if it's vintage. And even on some of the items that we know are, or we assume that are real, at this point in time, unless you purchase these bags from a Chanel store, I mean, I've seen even on YouTube where people unauthenticate bags. I mean, I would be pissed if I went out there and bought a $6,000 bag, hell, $1,200, and it come with authenticity card and everything, and then I go somewhere else and they unauthenticate it. I mean, you got super fakes. It's way too much. I've even seen and heard about people going into the actual Chanel stores and they can't identify the real from the fake. So yeah, for me, it's becoming a problem. And now we're down to like the final bag, and that is this beautiful, one-of-a-kind Chanel Madamzel Windows tote bag that I know for a fact is 100% authentic, only because I was quickly able to locate the actual authenticity sticker inside of the bag. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but if I put the camera close enough, there is an authenticity card sticker inside of it. And when I looked online, I noticed that there are several that are for sale. The most expensive, I saw someone selling this bag was for $1,400. And I would never part with this bag. This is actually one of my absolute favorite bags. And I got this from a unique thrift store, again, in Maryland. The guy was just bringing them out on this long rack with all these bags, and it was only $19, you guys. $19. So again, thrifting can sometimes, it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of patience, but if you put the work in, I'm telling you, you are sure to find something valuable. you will definitely find the needle in the haystack. And as I have 5 times in the past, as you can see, and there is just so much more where this come from. My mother always said, what comes around goes around, or what goes around comes back around in this universe. And so I'm wishing you guys all a very happy thrifted day. Yeah, so if you stick with me, you won't be disappointed. I hope you guys have a wonderful day again, and God bless you all. Bye.